Old age. Don't foolishly associate with these 7 types of people, or you'll regret it too late. As we age, life takes on new priorities. Retirement, family, and health often become the central focus, leaving us with little patience for unnecessary stress. Many of us over 65 are looking for peace, joy, and fulfillment in our golden years. However, maintaining this serenity requires us to be selective about the people we allow into our lives. The company we keep can either lift us up or drag us down. Here are 5 types of people you should avoid associating with during old age, plus 2 more types to watch out for to ensure your days are filled with positivity and contentment. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. The heavy burden of negativity. Choosing light over darkness. In the twilight of life, as we settle into our later years, it becomes increasingly important to protect our emotional well-being. Peace and contentment are no longer just desires, but necessities for a life well lived. However, there's a quiet danger that many overlook, surrounding ourselves with people who darken our days instead of brightening them. Among the most harmful are those who carry a perpetually negative outlook, the ones who see the world through a veil of discontent and pessimism. Negativity isn't always loud. Sometimes it seeps in quietly, through offhand comments or persistent criticisms, until one day you realize how heavy it feels to be in the company of such people. These are the individuals who, no matter what beauty or goodness the world offers, seem to find the flaw. They grumble about the weather being too hot or too cold, complain about how things aren't the way they used to be, and criticize others for their successes or failures. Even in the face of kindness, they question its sincerity, assuming ulterior motives behind every act of goodwill. A sunny day to them is too bright. A rain shower is too dreary. Their lens on life is permanently cloudy, and if you're not careful, that gloom can obscure your own vision of the world. For older adults, this negativity can be particularly damaging. At this stage in life, many of us have faced our share of losses and struggles. We've weathered storms and seen the complexities of the world, but we've also learned to cherish the small joys: a grandchild's laughter, a morning cup of coffee, the warmth of the sun on our skin. The negative voices around us can dull these joys, turning moments of gratitude into moments of doubt or frustration. If left unchecked, their constant complaints and dark views can overshadow our own peace, dragging us into a spiral of unnecessary stress. But it's not just about what they say, it's about what they fail to see. Negativity often blinds people to beauty, kindness, and possibility. Imagine spending time with someone who dismisses every act of generosity as fake, every success story as undeserved, and every silver lining as not enough. Over time, their inability to recognize the good in the world can make you question your own optimism. You may start to second-guess the happiness you feel or the gratitude you've cultivated. This is the insidious power of negativity. It doesn't just weigh on them, it pulls you down with it. It's important to understand that such people aren't always negative by choice. Often their outlook stems from unresolved pain, disappointment, or a life lived in fear of vulnerability. They may have been hurt deeply and built a wall of cynicism as a form of self-protection. While this explanation might evoke compassion, it doesn't mean their negativity should become your burden. It's not your job to fix them or to carry their weight, especially when doing so comes at the expense of your own emotional health. So, what can you do? First, recognize the impact such individuals have on your well-being. If spending time with someone leaves you feeling drained, agitated, or downcast, it's a sign to reevaluate that relationship. Protecting your peace doesn't mean abandoning compassion. It means setting boundaries. It's okay to limit your interactions with people who bring more stress than joy into your life. It's okay to choose your own happiness. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, those who see the beauty in simple things, who approach life with gratitude, and who remind you of the good in the world. Seek out relationships that nourish your spirit rather than deplete it. These are the people who will sit with you in silence and make it feel like home, who will celebrate your joys without envy and share your burdens without judgment. And if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by someone's negativity, remind yourself of the things that bring you peace. Step outside and feel the sun on your face. Listen to the birds in the morning or the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Find solace in the quiet moments, the ones untouched by anyone else's influence. Your ability to find joy in these moments is your greatest defense against the darkness others may carry. 2. Avoid the tempest, the danger of angry and aggressive people. In the autumn of life, peace becomes not just a gift but a necessity, a quiet retreat from the storms we've weathered in years past. Yet, even in these cherished years, there are those whose presence disrupts this tranquility. Angry and aggressive individuals, with their short tempers and harsh ways, can bring chaos and conflict into your life, eroding the harmony you've worked so hard to create. Protecting yourself from such people isn't just wise, it's essential. Anger is like an uncontrolled fire. It flares up suddenly, consuming everything in its path, leaving behind damage that takes time and effort to repair. For some people, anger seems to be their default reaction. A minor inconvenience becomes a major outburst. A small disagreement ignites a full-blown argument. Their voices rise, their words cut deep, and their actions can leave you feeling unsafe or unsettled. Being around such individuals feels like living on edge, constantly trying to avoid triggering their next eruption. Aggression, too, takes many forms. It can be verbal, sharp criticisms, shouting matches, or relentless blame, or physical, escalating to actions that are not only harmful but deeply unsettling. Even their demeanor, their very presence, can create an air of intimidation that leaves you anxious or defensive. Over time, the stress of managing these interactions can wear you down, robbing you of energy and joy. For older adults, the toll of such relationships can be particularly severe. Physical and emotional stress becomes harder to manage as we age, and the constant exposure to conflict can take a measurable toll on health, from increased blood pressure to sleepless nights. It's important to acknowledge this reality. You don't have to endure someone else's anger, no matter how long they've been in your life or how much they insist it's just how they are. Recognizing the signs of harmful anger is the first step in protecting yourself. Pay attention to how these individuals make you feel. Do you leave their company feeling drained, tense, or upset? Do you find yourself avoiding certain topics or walking on eggshells to keep the peace? These are signals that the relationship may be doing more harm than good. Setting boundaries with angry or aggressive people is an act of self-care, not selfishness. Calmly but firmly communicate what behaviors you won't tolerate. For example, if someone raises their voice or speaks harshly, you might say, "I'd like to continue this conversation, but only if we can speak calmly." If they persist, it's okay to step away. You have the right to protect your emotional and physical well-being. Just as important is surrounding yourself with those who embody calm and kindness. Peaceful people have a way of softening life's edges, reminding us that most challenges can be met with patience and understanding. These individuals bring balance to your world, helping you navigate difficulties with grace rather than conflict. Forgiveness, too, plays a role. Not to excuse harmful behavior, but to free yourself from the weight of resentment. Letting go of anger toward angry people doesn't mean allowing them back into your life. It means releasing the hold they have on your heart. This act of release creates space for joy, reflection, and deeper connections with those who truly value you. Remember, your later years are a time for peace. The storms of life, its struggles, its battles, are behind you. Now is the time to seek stillness, to cultivate relationships that nurture your spirit, and to let go of anything that disturbs your calm. You've earned the right to protect your serenity, and you have every reason to walk away from those who cannot honor it. Life is too precious to spend in the shadow of anger. Step into the light of peace and let it guide you forward. 3. False praise, empty loyalties. The danger of insincere people. As we journey into our later years, we crave relationships that are genuine, connections built on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. After decades of navigating life's complexities, the last thing we need is the hollow companionship of insincere people. These are the ones who shower us with praise when life is smooth, but vanish, or worse, turn against us when storms arise. Their flattering words might feel comforting at first, but their loyalty is fleeting, leaving a sense of betrayal that cuts deep. Insincere people have a way of sensing vulnerability or opportunity. They appear at moments when you seem to have something they want, a favor, influence, or even just your attention. They'll call you a hero, sing your praises, and make you feel as though you're indispensable. But pay attention. Their words often lack the depth of true admiration. They're more a tool of manipulation than a genuine expression of care. The true test of their character comes when you're no longer in a position to give. Perhaps you face a health challenge, a financial setback, or an emotional struggle. Suddenly, the praise dries up. The phone calls become fewer, and the friendly visits disappear. Worse, some of these individuals might even join the crowd of critics, speaking ill of you to others, or distancing themselves to preserve their own social standing. Their betrayal doesn't just hurt, it shakes your confidence in people, making it harder to trust again. It's essential to recognize that not everyone who offers kind words has ulterior motives. Many people express genuine admiration and support without expecting anything in return. The challenge lies in distinguishing between the authentic and the insincere. Genuine friends stand by your side not because they want something, but because they value you as a person. They celebrate your successes quietly and sincerely without turning them into opportunities to advance their own interests. These are the relationships worth nurturing. Protecting yourself from insincere people doesn't mean becoming cynical or distrusting everyone who offers a kind word. Instead, focus on building connections with those whose actions align with their words. True loyalty isn't loud, it's steady and unwavering. Seek out the individuals who show up not just in the celebrations, but also in the quiet, difficult moments of life. They are the ones who will hold your hand in times of need and share your joy without envy. Life is too short to waste on relationships that leave you feeling hollow. Surround yourself with authenticity and let go of those whose empty praise only serves their own agenda. Your golden years are a time for meaningful connections. Choose them wisely. 4. Boundaries matter. The cost of meddlesome people. At this stage in life, we've earned the right to live with peace and autonomy. The years have taught us to cherish privacy, respect boundaries, and focus on what truly matters. Yet, there are those who seem unable to respect these simple truths. These meddlesome people insert themselves into our lives uninvited, offering unsolicited advice, prying into personal matters, and involving themselves in situations that don't concern them. While their interference might seem minor at first, over time, it can become a persistent drain on your emotional energy. Meddlesome individuals often claim their intentions are good. They'll say they're just trying to help as they probe into your financial decisions, question your family relationships, or offer opinions on how you should manage your health. Their advice is often unsolicited and unhelpful, leaving you feeling judged or undermined. Even worse, some meddlesome people thrive on gossip, turning private matters into public conversations. They blur the lines between concern and control, making you feel as though your life is no longer entirely your own. The harm caused by meddling goes beyond annoyance. It creates a sense of unease, making you question your own decisions or second guess your ability to manage your affairs. For older adults, this intrusion can feel especially demeaning, as it often comes under the guise of looking out for you. While genuine care is always welcome, meddling diminishes your autonomy and replaces respect with overreach. The key to handling meddlesome people is setting firm boundaries. Politely, but firmly, let them know which aspects of your life are off limits for discussion. A simple statement like, "I appreciate your concern, but I've got this under control," can go a long way in asserting your independence. Don't feel obligated to explain or justify your choices. Your life is yours to live, and you don't need anyone's permission to make your own decisions. It's equally important to surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries. True friends and family members offer support when needed, but never push or pry. They understand the importance of your independence and value your right to privacy. These are the relationships that bring comfort and trust, allowing you to navigate life's challenges on your terms. Letting go of meddlesome people doesn't mean shutting out the world. It's about creating space for relationships that enrich your life rather than complicate it. Your time and energy are precious, and they should be spent with those who bring positivity and peace into your days. Life in your golden years should be about enjoying the fruits of your labor, reflecting on the journey, and cherishing the moments that matter most. Don't let the interference of others steal that from you. By protecting your boundaries and prioritizing your well-being, you can ensure that your time is filled with the tranquility and fulfillment you deserve. 5. Free yourself from jealousy, the weight of envy in others. In the later chapters of life, where every moment feels more precious, there is a quiet joy in appreciating what we have, celebrating what we've built, and sharing in the successes of those we care about. But not everyone sees life through this lens of gratitude. Some people are burdened by envy, an unspoken bitterness that colors their view of others' accomplishments. These are the ones who can't celebrate another's joy, who see a neighbor's success as a reminder of their own perceived shortcomings, and who respond not with admiration but with resentment. If you allow such people too close, their jealousy can weigh down your own sense of fulfillment, casting a shadow over your well-deserved happiness. Jealousy isn't always obvious. It can show up as subtle criticisms, whispered comments, or even polite smiles that hide underlying resentment. Imagine a neighbor who once shared warm conversations over the fence, but grew distant the day you renovated your home, or a friend who used to laugh freely but now finds fault in every piece of good news you share. Their envy may not be loud, but it lingers in the air, making you feel guilty for things you should be proud of. Their behavior reveals a truth they'd never admit. They aren't upset with you, they're struggling with themselves. What makes envy particularly damaging is its contagious nature. Being around jealous people can make you second guess your achievements. You might downplay your happiness to avoid their reactions, muting your own joy to keep the peace. Over time, their negativity can seep into your own outlook, making it harder to find contentment in the blessings you've worked so hard for. And for what? To appease someone who sees your light as a reminder of their own darkness? The tragedy of envy is that it often grows from misunderstanding. People who are envious see only the surface of another's life, the new car, the family gatherings, the milestones. They rarely consider the hard work, sacrifices, or struggles that went into achieving those things. They compare their worst days to your best moments, fueling a cycle of resentment that hurts them as much as it hurts you. But this understanding doesn't mean you need to carry their burden. Their jealousy is not your responsibility to fix, nor should it dictate how you live. Protecting yourself from the impact of jealousy begins with recognizing its presence. If someone's words or actions make you feel like you need to apologize for your success or happiness, it's a sign to reevaluate the relationship. You've spent a lifetime building a life you're proud of, and no one has the right to make you feel ashamed of it. Distance yourself from those who can't share in your joy. This isn't an act of selfishness, it's an act of self preservation. At the same time, surround yourself with people who celebrate your victories, no matter how big or small. These are the individuals who see your achievements as inspiration rather than competition. They cheer for your progress, knowing that life isn't a race but a journey we all walk together. Their encouragement will remind you of the goodness in the world, filling your days with warmth and positivity. It's also important to guard your own heart against envy. In moments when you find yourself envying others, a natural human feeling, turn it into a source of motivation or gratitude. Reflect on your own journey and the unique blessings you've received. Life isn't about having everything, it's about cherishing what you have. When you focus on gratitude, envy loses its power over you. In these later years, your time and energy are too valuable to be spent managing the emotions of those weighed down by jealousy. You've earned the right to enjoy your life fully and unapologetically. Don't dim your light for anyone. Celebrate your achievements, cherish your happiness, and let the envious find their own path. By choosing to free yourself from the weight of envy, yours or others, you open the door to a life of true peace and contentment. 6. The cost of deception. Why honesty matters more than ever. Trust is a cornerstone of any meaningful relationship, and as we grow older, the value of trust becomes even clearer. In the later chapters of life, we cherish relationships that are genuine and grounded in honesty. Yet, there are those who weave webs of deception, individuals who lie, manipulate, and obscure the truth for their gain. While their dishonesty may sometimes seem trivial, its impact can be profound, leaving you questioning not just their words, but your own judgment. Dishonest people wear many masks. They might tell small lies to avoid discomfort, twist facts to serve their narrative, or even create entirely false stories to manipulate you. At first, their lies may seem inconsequential, even forgivable, but over time, these deceptions pile up, eroding the foundation of trust. Imagine discovering that someone you've confided in has shared your private struggles with others, or that a friend's promises were never meant to be kept. These betrayals don't just hurt, they leave a lasting wound. For older adults, dishonesty can have particularly serious consequences. Scammers and manipulative individuals often target seniors, taking advantage of their kindness or perceived vulnerability. These deceitful acts can range from emotional manipulation to financial exploitation, and the damage they cause can be devastating. But dishonesty isn't limited to strangers. It can also come from those we consider close, making it all the more painful. A lifetime of wisdom teaches us the importance of valuing honesty, yet being deceived reminds us how fragile trust can be. Protecting yourself from dishonesty begins with awareness. Pay attention to patterns of behavior. Does someone frequently contradict themselves? Do their actions fail to align with their words? Do you feel uneasy about their sincerity? Trust your instincts. They've been honed over a lifetime and often sense deception before your mind fully recognizes it. It's also essential to set boundaries with those who've proven untrustworthy. Forgiveness is a virtue, but it doesn't mean allowing someone to continue harming you. You deserve relationships built on truth, not half-truths or outright lies. Surround yourself with people who value transparency, who respect your trust, and who honor their commitments. These are the relationships that bring peace and security to your golden years. Honesty isn't just about words. It's about actions, consistency, and respect. By distancing yourself from deception, you reclaim your emotional safety, creating space for connections that truly enrich your life. You've spent a lifetime building your values. Don't compromise them now. The cost of deception is too high, but the rewards of honesty are immeasurable. 7. The toll of complaints. Choosing gratitude over grumbling. Life is a patchwork of joys and challenges, and as we age, we come to understand the importance of perspective. Each moment, whether bright or difficult, holds its own meaning. But some people, chronic complainers, seem unable to see the good. They focus only on what's wrong, turning every conversation into a litany of grievances. While their complaints might seem harmless at first, over time, their negativity can weigh heavily on your spirit, dimming your own ability to appreciate life's blessings. The chronic complainer is never satisfied. They grumble about the weather, criticize family members, and lament how things were better in the past. Their focus on what's wrong blinds them to what's right, and their negativity can feel contagious. Spend too much time with someone like this, and you may find yourself echoing their sentiments, adopting their lens of discontent. Their complaints act like static in the background of your life, making it harder to hear the melody of gratitude. In your later years, when every moment is a gift, this kind of influence can be especially harmful. Chronic complaints can rob you of your ability to savor the small joys. A cup of coffee in the morning, a quiet walk in the evening, the sound of a loved one's laughter. When surrounded by negativity, even these simple pleasures can feel muted. But it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to shift the narrative. Start by gently steering conversations with chronic complainers toward positive topics. If they bring up a problem, encourage them to consider solutions instead of dwelling on the issue. If their negativity persists, don't hesitate to limit your time with them. Your emotional well-being deserves protection, and it's okay to prioritize your happiness. At the same time, cultivate relationships with those who see the beauty in life. Gratitude is infectious, and spending time with optimistic people can inspire you to see the world through a brighter lens. Look for those who share your appreciation for life's simple joys, who celebrate the good without ignoring the challenges, and who lift your spirits instead of weighing them down. Gratitude is a practice, one that grows stronger with time and effort. Start small. Each day, take a moment to reflect on something you're thankful for. It could be a kind word from a friend, the warmth of the sun on your face, or the comfort of a familiar routine. As you focus on these moments, you'll find that they multiply, filling your days with light and your heart with peace. In the end, life is too short to spend it caught in a cycle of complaints. By choosing gratitude over grumbling, you reclaim your ability to see the good in the world. Surround yourself with those who uplift you and let go of the negativity that doesn't serve you. This is your time. Make it one of joy, reflection, and appreciation for all the beauty that life still has to offer. Embracing peace. Living your golden years with purpose and joy. Life is a journey, and by the time we reach our golden years, we've traveled far, overcoming challenges, celebrating victories, and gathering countless memories. These later years are a time to reflect on that journey, to cherish the lessons learned and the relationships that truly matter. But just as importantly, they are a time to protect the peace and fulfillment we've earned through decades of resilience and growth. People we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our well-being. Toxic relationships, whether marked by negativity, deceit, meddling, or insincerity, are not burdens we need to carry. By setting boundaries and prioritizing relationships built on respect, authenticity, and kindness, we can create a life that is lighter, brighter, and more meaningful. Choosing peace doesn't mean isolating yourself or avoiding all challenges. It means being intentional about who and what you allow into your life. It's about celebrating the joys, no matter how small, and cultivating relationships that uplift and inspire. It's about giving yourself the grace to let go of what no longer serves you and embracing the people and experiences that bring you true happiness. These years are your time to savor, to reflect, and to live fully. Protect your peace, honor your journey, and let your days be filled with the love, gratitude, and joy you so deeply deserve. After all, life's most beautiful moments are often the simplest ones, shared with the people who see you, value you, and walk beside you with open hearts. Choose wisely and embrace the serenity of a life well lived. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.